Hey guys, today I'll be showing you another restoration project I've been working on, and it's a 1974 Minimoog. It's actually made 4/11/74, so it's a fairly early Minimoog, 74 Minimoog. And this video is also for No, who owns this Minimoog. So I'm going to go over this whole thing for you, No, so you can see just what you're getting back here. First initial problems with this one was it set up in a storage unit for many years, and it had a lot of corrosion in it. It came from the coast, so it had a little excessive corrosion, more than you find in just normal storage units. Anyway, it's got all that cleaned up. I replaced the Synthpro connector for the keyboard. It was so corroded that the plating had actually came off the connector. So replaced that with a good used Synthpro connector from my donor box. And so got all that cleaned back up and replaced that. Cleaned the interface real good. This thing had the peeling interface, as I call it. It's where there's originally a piece of plastic on these from the factory. It's kind of like a new product when you pull that plastic off, how you have that nice new look underneath. Pull that off, but guys, if you have that on your Minimoog, it's not as easy as what you think of just pulling it off and it look good. Because what happens is that plastic deteriorates and the glue actually sticks to the interface panel. So even though you pull that off, you still got all this nasty muck on your interface that you have to really put some elbow grease in to clean off. So anyways, as you can see, I cleaned all this up. It looks really good now. Cleaned the knobs, went to the circuit boards, installed the Dead Zone mod, did thermal compensation upgrades to your oscillators, which will keep them in tune a little bit better than what was normally from factory. Still going to drift. It's just the nature of this instrument. But cleaned the chassis. I conditioned the wood. As you can see, it's nice and shiny, and some of that shininess will go away as this conditioner soaks into the wood. But you know, it really looks great. I cleaned the back panel here, and you can kind of see a good side angle there of how clean this looks now. Cleaned the back panel real good, so all this is nice and clean, and really cleaned up really nice. Cleaned the under chassis, so all that's not dusty anymore, and really happy with it so far. So anyways, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod. I'll walk you through all the sections of the synth and let you hear this thing in action. And like I say, once again, I appreciate you letting me work on this thing, though. It's a real privilege to get to work on this for you. Let me put the camera on the tripod here. Turn this around. There we go. So anyways, as you can hear, pitch bend works. And you got that dead zone center position, so when I'm in the center detent, there's a little range where there's no interaction with the oscillators, so you get a true dead center in your wheel, which helps the tuning when you're using your pitch bend. As you can see, I can move it within the dead and within the detent, and I don't get any tuning effect. So that's that really makes this thing really work well for when you're using the pitch bend. The oscillators, I'll walk you through the oscillators. We'll start with oscillator 1. Open this filter up. And I cleaned all the pots real well too, so all these pots that were really crackly after I got this thing working, I cleaned all those up, so now you got a nice smooth interaction with your pots. And as well, same thing here. Nice and clean. I'll show you the oscillator detuning for oscillator 2 here as well, how clean that pot is now. you can hear the interaction of the oscillators are really nice. Oscillator 3. Same thing here with your mixer knob. So as you can hear, all the oscillators are working perfect. They're working really well. And I'll show you the filter as well here. We can actually make the filter track the keyboard. So we'll go here and put on 440 Hertz. Oscillators off. This is just your filter. Put some glide on that. Now we'll go to the envelope generator for your filter. So as you can hear, your envelope's working great for your filter. Your filter is working nice and smooth. You clean all these pots as well. Now we'll go to your loudness control. Set this up. Make a slow attack. Actually, turn off the contour for the filter. Open that filter up a little bit. You can hear how that's working. That's your attack. And then your decay. As well as your sustain level. As you can hear, everything's working really well on this side of your envelopes, your filter. We'll also show you the white noise real quick. Let me turn off the oscillators. or sorry, the noise source. Here's your noise source. That's working really well. I'll show you that the noise volume control is nice and clean as well now. I cleaned all this as well. So we'll go here and open this filter up, just so we can make this sustain for a long time. See just how clean your volume. So that's clean as well. And I'll show you the modulation as well. We'll use Oscillator 3 as a modulation source. You can modulate the oscillators or you can modulate the filter. We'll close the filter up here. Or you can get an FM synthesis using that same approach. You can get all kind of weirdness out of this thing. Let me actually tune this oscillator right quick. trick I do with L-film where I take an oscillator oscillator here off, reaching oscillator 3, turn off the actual sound source. We'll leave the sound source on, and you'll hear this thing detuned because I'm controlling the frequency modulation to the oscillators as well, as you can see. I've actually got a video on how to make that L-film tone, if anybody's interested. Anyways, I just want to show you that all that modulation stuff works correctly. And we'll go back to a normal Minimoog here. And I calibrated your 440 Hertz. So that's working correctly now as well. But anyways, I just wanted to take a minute and go over your Minimoog here for you, Noah. And for anybody else that's interested, thanks for watching. And Noah, once again, I appreciate you letting me work on your Minimoog for you. It's been a real pleasure getting to get this one back in working order for you. But as always, guys, thanks for watching and take care.